Yeah, well, first of all, one thing everybody came out. It's awesome to be able to put up banners. That's a rare occasion and hadn't happened here in a long, long time for women's basketball. So to be able to put up 2 before the game was special. And I think sometimes we probably the first half, we probably were still lost in that moment a little bit as far as how we played, just with discipline and being in the right spot at the right time all the time. I think that we had 3 or 4 people consistently in the right spot doing the right things and 1 or 2 that kind of weren't. And so that's stuff that we got to clean up. But overall, to come out in the first game and to be able to get a win, it's always nice. You know, you're playing against a Division I opponent that you haven't seen that version of them this year. You don't know exactly what they're going to run. You don't know how they're going to implement the new players. And you just don't know how they're going to play. And so I feel like we came out and found a way to win. And early on in the season, sometimes you just got to find a way to win as you're trying to establish yourself and who you are as a team, but also you're trying to figure out what other teams are doing. And so as we get more film on other teams, we'll be more prepared for that version of them. But I thought overall to come out and get a win and bounce back in the second half, especially the third quarter the way we did, was really good.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. I mean, it's a pretty special moment to be able to put 2 banners up like that. What do you think that meant to you, and especially to the girls that came back?
It's special. I mean, it's my first time to put individual banners up. I've been a part of a place where they just add a year to conference championships, but it's not really an individual banner. So to be able to know every time we come back to the Super Pit, you can look up and see something that you were a part of, and to be able to put 2 banners up in 1 year is really special. And that championship banner is incredibly special. It was so hard to get, and to have that happen in the first year of being a part of North Texas was extremely special to me and to this team.
What did you guys do so well in the third quarter that maybe you didn't do in the first half?
Our defensive intensity changed everything. Just the way we guarded in the full court, we created some turnovers for ourselves, but I also thought it raised our level of intensity on the defensive end. It made them uncomfortable, honestly. I thought the first half they were extremely comfortable offensively running what they wanted to run, and then we finally put some pressure on them from a defensive standpoint. It made it hard for them to get into their stuff. And then I thought on the flip, for us offensively, we got the ball to the paint, and that's what needed to happen. With us doing that, we got to the free throw line. We got to the bonus very early, and it allowed us to score, get to the free throw line, set up our press, repeat. And so we got some momentum in the third quarter that kind of carried us to finish the game out.
Yeah, 3 players and 20 points were all 3 were pretty efficient there. Were you pretty happy with what you saw from those 3 different players that got there?
That's special. I don't know the last time that I've been a part of a game that was a Division I game especially, that you have 3 players scoring 20 points and to do it as efficiently as they did it. Obviously, you want Misha to be a little bit better from the free throw line, and we'll continue to work that. But 3 players to combine for 70 points, the way they did it, extremely special.
And then I want to ask, what are your thoughts on playing Texas Southern on Thursday?
Got some film to go watch tonight. I know they played SFA, and they lost to SFA pretty handedly. From what I heard the SFA hit like 10 threes in the first half. And so, I don't know what that game looked like, but, we'll definitely go out or go back home tonight and watch that game and get a jump on them. We got 2 days to prep before we play them. But for us right now, I'm going to say this a lot early in the season, it's going to be about us and what we do and cleaning up the things that we have to do better. We just too many defensive mistakes that we made today that we've got to clean up. Little things like not getting matched up or getting matched up on the wrong person that caused them or allowed them to score a basket that we've got to fix. And so, the focus early on is going to be making sure that we execute our stuff at a high level.
It just seemed like a great way for you guys to start off the season. What were your thoughts on what you guys played tonight?
We just had a good mindset coming in, trying to take care of business, protect our home floor. It was good to hang banners before the game, so everybody just was in the dog mentality, playing hard.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. You guys worked so hard for those banners. What was it like to see them come down and, be up there for all time and eternity here?
Man, I'm going to shed a few tears again, like it happened all over again. But it was just very exciting, and I feel like that was good momentum that we needed going into our first game.
Yeah, and you guys came out a little slow, but it seemed like you kind of turned it on there in the third quarter. What changed things for you to really get it going team-wise?
Desiree Wooten. Her energy, like just keep talking to the team, trying to get everybody else's energy up, and so her energy led to our energy, and that just made us turn it on.
And I was going to ask you, Desiree, great game for you guys across the board offensively. 3 players with 20 points. You don't see that very often, ever. What went into your guys' performance today where you played some well on the offensive end?
Just preparation, like she said, like dog mentality. Like in practice, like we wanted to play better than we did last time. We feel like we weren't playing like ourselves, so we just had to get in our brand of basketball and execute it.
What was it? Was it getting it to be a little more up-tempo in the second half that helped you get going offensively?
I think our defense had to start the offensive, like, hold on, sorry. I think our defense, like, had to help our offense at one point because, like, you know, we have this thing where we talk about get a kill, and it's like 3 stops in a row. So we want to start it off by getting a kill so our offense could kick off from our defense.
A terrific game from Kyla in her debut. Were you guys expecting that out of her?
Yes.
Why is that?
Kyla's just a dog. She plays hard. She plays hard in practice. She plays hard in the game. She's a knockdown 3-point shooter. And her mid-range is good. She'll hit a free throw if she gets hit on, you know, the block and stuff like that. So expect nothing less from Kyla.
After the game tonight, what are some things that both of you think you plan on working on for the game coming up on Thursday?
Well, personally, my free throws, I get fouled a lot, so I need to be able to convert way better than I did. And as a team, just staying poised and keeping our composure when we do play a team like as aggressive as Alcorn State. So not turning the ball over and then executing our plays like all the way through and not just giving them one look.
Basically what she said, but piggyback off to that, like just not bailing them out, letting them get easy shots, you know, executing the scout and stuff like that, keeping them off the boards.